to Shreveport, Louisiana, home to the 11th oldest bowl game in college football, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Miners offense will get the first possession of the game. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Wilson on the carry. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about UTEP. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so...
There he goes! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Miners are rolling down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. All right, guys, let's step back here and talk UTEP. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that you know they can compete with your roster right now. Those.
And he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UTEP!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Arizona's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Wide open downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
They just keep firing. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. They'll run it with Wilson. Bringing it back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Miners in a good spot here with second and short. Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Wilson. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The Miners need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Miners have their offense in high gear. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Intercepted! They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Leaves it with the running back. Fighting off the defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll do it himself on the draw. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't cover deep anymore, so put that in your back pocket. They want to bring that safety blitz. I'm going to make them pay, and I'm going to throw the ball deep.
And the Wildcats are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Nelson. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Niners. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, UTEP. And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Nice move there. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Wildcats are flying down the field. To the air, it's Fafita. A little release to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunter. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Now on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't. Touchdown, Wildcats. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. We're trying to light this scoreboard up.
The Miners in the hurry up. To the air, it's Nelson. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
We're trying to throw the out route. That time, though, the QB threw it a little bit too far to the outside. It falls incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And wings it incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. Just can't hook up for the completion.
Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Miners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Odom. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, so they go for it. They trust the quarterback. He gets it done with completion and gets the big 1st down.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Back to throw, it's Nelson. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And if you're going to throw a heater like that as a quarterback, you better be accurate because tips lead to picks, especially when you're throwing it over the middle of the field. That time trying to find his tight end, but it is not an accurate throw. It goes up in the air, and the defense makes him pay with the...
He's loose. He's inside the 40. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Reese, I myself have been in Shreveport to call the Independence Bowl. What a fantastic experience, and we've had ourselves a fun first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quick strike complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Run the gun, running back on the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Oh, what a move. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking for a deep man. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Caught over the middle. It's Odom. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wilson on the carry. Turning it on. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. They get to him as he throws. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Takes a shot as he lets it go. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He's got it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it with Wilson. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down.
Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Miners are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And now on second down for this offense. Trying play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. So first down will open up the final period. They'll run it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll try to slam it in. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on third down? Touchdown, UTEP! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hunter. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. He makes a catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That last completion sets them up on second down. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Arizona. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Odom. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And the Miners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
He'll throw on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They want that clock to run. There he goes. Got enough for the first. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Miners will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They go to the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
The last two plays have gone backwards. Can they salvage the drive by converting on 3rd and goal? Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a...
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Zings it complete to the right. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
No gain on the play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not